dimension. Bearded warriors. Trapped in an eternity of vapid space. Doomed to wander the galaxy. Broadcasting their nonsense to the void. This is StarCast. In another time. In another dimension. Bearded warriors. Trapped in an eternity of vapid space. Doomed to wander the galaxy. Broadcasting their nonsense to the void. This is StarCast.
Hi, my name is Chris Roberts, and welcome to StarCast.
Hello, everybody. Sorry, I'm having some technical difficulties. There we go.
Show of hands in chat if you want to intro a third time.
Let's do the intro one more time.
In another time.
Oh, we already did that once.
Oh, yeah.
It's an audio issue. We're muted or something.
No, you were muted a minute ago. You're fine now. That was the reason I was having to go back around the horn. For some reason, I couldn't get the sound thing to open up, and I was like, "Oh crap!" I'm like, "Crap it! Screw it! I'll just go back around again." I couldn't get. I'll fix it in post. I was like, "Well, they could just watch the intro one more time while I try to get this thing fixed." So I got it fixed again.
Thank you, Serge.
Yeah, some people are having some problems with stream not loading. For all of you who can't see us right now, I'm really sorry, or hear us. Yeah.
I've seen a lot today.
It's not our fault.
You can't hear us.
If you can't hear us or see us, bite the roundest part of my ass. Yeah. So hello and welcome to StarCast, the most vapid StarCast of all StarCasts. What do you got tonight, Harris? What are you munching on there? Harris is eating a digestive.
McVitie's digestives.
And
don't freaking lie. You had goldfish behind there a minute ago.
Oh, I do have goldfish as well.
Yeah, there you go.
And Trendane, what are you eating? Sausage? Bod, what do you got? Bod, what are you eating?
There's a hot dog with barbecue sauce.
Ooh.
Toffee crepe.
Toffee crepe.
Yes.
That sounds delicious.
Sounds very British.
It's interesting.
Stop trying to gentrify the show, Bond.
But I used my sausages in my sandwiches for work tomorrow, so
we need a lot of gentrification. A lot. Yes.
We're going to posh mode today.
We're ultra posh mode. Very nice.
Can we not talk about you using your sausage and stuff while I'm sticking a hot dog into my mouth?
Well, I thought that's what you kind of like, Trendane.
I do kind of like it. I like it. I like it a lot.
I like it a lot. No, see, you went back Cockney. We're supposed to be gentrified.
Hello there. Hello, Governor.
I do enjoy it quite a bit.
Sweet me.
Yeah, Twitch is really screwing up today, guys, and I apologize about that. But we do have stuff to talk about. We have SOE Live, which has absolutely nothing to do with this show, going on. At the same time, the Gamescom is going on. And we have our own field reporter on the floor right now, Mr. Co-Carnage, who is not in that place. We have Core of Existence. Oh, look at that. He's got a monocle and everything. Core of Existence is at Gamescom, and he is getting us footage, and he promised to get us a DNA sample from both Chris Roberts and Aaron Roberts. So we can clone them. Just so the game will probably come out a little faster. We also, remember everybody, the way the context of the show works is we're not developers. We just sit around and like to shoot the shit about everybody and things and Star Citizen stuff. So please put your questions you might have in the brackets. Type in bracket, question, end bracket, and then the question afterwards. And our super moderator bod will grab it from the chat and stick it in here so that we can answer them as we get going on. Clifford, you have a new Clifford challenge. Would you like to announce?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can you put the image up or not?
I can put it up, but I need the link. Hold on.
But what about the?
I gave you the link.
The image.
Yeah, but the thing is, if I switch from now to go get it from the other Skype chat,
Here.
Yeah,
There you go. There you go.
Oops.
Put that up there.
Hold on.
Oh, it's glory.
Okay.
Somebody in our team will be surprised.
This is a surprise.
Ooh. Surprise!
It's a surprise! Oh, can I make it bigger? Really?
I hit a nickel
every
time.
If you hit the little,
the thingy on the it doesn't work.
Hey, you wanted it bigger.
It's not working. But anyway, the new challenge is this: the Meiku challenge. It's a Freelancer Max giveaway. WTFosaurus must get 1,000 new followers on his Twitch channel by StarCast next week. If he does, he has promised to get a tattoo of a freelancer across his forehead. And Clifford is going to buy a ship for one lucky member of the Bearded Warriors. The team. The Domo tribe.
No, it can be the team if you want. I don't mind. That would be cool.
Oh, yeah. Bod's like, yeah, I'll take this. Someone's on the Bearded Warriors team.
Basically, if he gets 1,000 new followers on his Twitch channel by next StarCast, the keyword raffle will take place on Domo's channel next StarCast if the goal is reached. And it's the $155 package. It's the full package. Comes with the hanger, everything included.
This is very exciting, Clifford. You are Mr. Awesome Pants.
This is very exciting. You are Awesome Pants.
So
I just need to clarify real quick. That's 1,000 new followers.
Yes. Yeah.
1,000 new followers.
Because he's already over 1,000. Yeah.
So, as of right now,
right at this moment,
we're 1487.
Okay,
so
write it down.
Write that down. 1487.
I have it written down.
We can also track it on Social Blade as well. Oops.
Yeah, I have it written down on our docs.
So advertise the crap out of it.
Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, not right now. Okay. Sorry.
What happened? Hold on.
I don't know.
Oh, it closed again. Hold on.
No need to advertise it to each other. It's all here.
Oh.
There it goes. Hold on. Let me open it back up. Sorry, everybody.
What happened?
They couldn't see it last time.
And it begins.
There we go. Yeah, I know. It's just I'm off today. You know, you get up some days and just shit's not working right. Just nothing's working right today.
How you feel?
Yeah.
Because I woke up 15 minutes after I was supposed to start streaming, and I'm still a little drunk from last night. So yeah.
And you got the hair of the dog today?
No, I poured it into the toilet while I was going pee before the show.
It's too bad.
Because it was a mix of Jack Daniels and Everclear, and I don't want it anymore.
My God. Why would you do that?
Because I was a little bit drunk, and I wanted to be more so.
Why would you wreck Everclear with Jack Daniels? Jesus.
I know.
It's sad. Okay. Anyway, back to the show here. Here we go.
Better if they're nude.
Don't say that.
So, Clifford, could you post that link for that in the chat for the people?
I did.
Oh, thank you.
I've been getting it.
Thank you. All right. Bunch of questions coming in. Great. All right, guys. So let's talk first about, what's mainly what's going on over at Gamescom. They did show the asteroid hangar. I guess I can go ahead and show this in the background while we talk about what we saw. How many of you here have seen the asteroid hangar video? WTF, StarCast, myself.
Yeah, I'm seeing. Yeah,
a little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
For those of you who haven't, you can watch it, but you're going to be 30 seconds delayed, so we can still talk about it. But okay, I'm going to show it. Go ahead and watch the stream, and then I'll. Okay. There we go. All right. So, Chris Roberts was basically on stage talking while his brother Aaron was driving in the background, and he was having a bit of a hard time because I guess he wanted Aaron to go places, and Aaron didn't know where those places were. But it's very dark, which is cool. I think in-game it's fine, because honestly the business hangar is a bit too bright. And the deluxe one is too.
Too bright, you reckon?
Effectively in a cave. You should be dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The deluxe hangar needed to be a little bit brighter in mine. It being a deluxe, I would think you would need a little bit more lighting. Not too much more, just a little bit more, though.
I've got a feeling that the remodeled one will be a bit brighter.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Because, I have trouble just seeing my ships in my hangar half the time.
Really?
Yeah, they've made it very clear that they want to be able, to show off the ships in your hangar.
Any more light sources then?
Yeah.
Does anybody hear a beep?
I heard the beep every now and then.
It's like beep. Mm-hmm. Okay, sorry.
No, I do not hear any beeps.
It's coming from you then, Harris. You're the beeper.
What?
He who dealt it smelt it.
I'm not beeping. I turned all of my bionic equipment off.
It's Chris Roberts again.
But I like the fact that they show, the actual hangar's a work in progress. They got scaffolding. It looks busy, and I like that.
Yeah. It definitely looks more utilitarian. Go ahead.
I really like the fact that it's kind of utilitarian, because all the hangars up till now have been a little too clean for kind of I kind of want the dirty space pirate den.
Well,
it looks lived in, right?
The starter hangar is supposed to have a look and a feel like that, but I don't know that most of us have even seen the inside of the starter hangar.
I've never seen the starter.
I have. No, when I very first got my 300i, I thought it was like a luxury ship, and I bought it, and I got the damn starter hangar, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, I remember seeing. I think I saw it on Noma's deal where it had the little scaffolding above, and you go back down. And even even Disco Lando took his buggy and was riding through it. When they did that FPS deal.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like the asteroid hangar, but really small.
This looks like a total bachelor pad. I'm sorry, the control room up here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
completely bachelor pad.
Leather couch that's falling apart and.
Hey, baby, want to come back to my control tower?
Oh, Elsie's here.
I believe the line would be, "Want to see my hangar?"
Is Core with you, Elsie? Elise?
She's at home.
Oh,
I believe.
Poor girl.
Elle got left home.
Oh,
that face. Sorry. It's disappointing.
It's okay. We get her instead.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Fucking, that's the better end of the deal, isn't it?
Yep.
Sorry, I'm just skipping around. This is pre-recorded, everybody, from Gamescom, and I was just trying to show just the hangar part of it. Okay, so we'll go back and we'll start over. So for those of you just getting here. Okay.
Yeah.
So what do y'all think? You think
I want
it's going to live up to the hype? You're ready to get it now?
I'm very happy to have a
Ready.
cutlass.
Currently, it's only available for people who own cutlasses.
Or caterpillars.
Or caterpillars. Yeah.
Or caterpillars, right?
Double yes.
My body is ready.
But if you want to get it now, you got to get a cutlass.
Right.
You can't get a caterpillar.
Right.
Yeah,
They're going to add it though for sure. Because I mean, you can get the deluxe hanger for, was it $40? So they'll probably throw the asteroid hanger up for something.
I'll be uber pissed if they do.
They're gonna do it. You know they're gonna do it.
Yeah,
It's extra.
you know
extra
they're going to. They'll make it so you can upgrade your hanger to that.
Snatch and grab. Snatch and grab.
For how much we don't know, but guaranteed they're gonna do it.
Would somebody please put the link up to that big screen television shot? Because I want to talk about that one next.
The racing thing.
Please.
The racing Planet Side.
Planet Side, yeah.
One thing to do, though, I wish they would have showed, because, I mean, I know they showed it when they were advertising the asteroid hanger, and then they were showing the development of it. You know, the actual buying or inputting the next module piece to add on to it, or show them where the places were on the walls where you could add to it.
How it expands out.
Yeah.
So if you have all the number of ships like Clifford and Stockus do, then the hanger just keeps popping out.
There you go.
I put it in both chairs.
Thank you, Botter.
Did I not put it in there? Like,
you might have, but it's hard for me to scroll up and down when I'm trying to.
It's not loading.
Yeah, no, I did. That's all right.
That image isn't loading for some reason.
It's 1 by 1. It's 1 pixel by 1 pixel.
Oh, hang on.
It's like a big image.
I got a big image of it.
Yeah, I have it locally. But
yeah.
Well, that won't help. Did they take it down? Maybe.
I think it might have been taken down.
Oh no.
Because I clicked on it and that was the link that I put in that I know was working a day or so ago and now it's not.
What, that one that y'all just linked in?
Let me
Skype?
try internet sleuthing.
Oh, okay, there you go. No, I got one. I'll put a new one in.
I'm sure there's.
Yeah, I have one here too.
There you go. That one works.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now watch my Dropbox account get banned.
Yeah. Dronix also put one in the chat that might be.
Yeah.
Kimball got it.
Yeah, that's the same problem. That's the same. Okay, here, Dropbox. Let's check this one.
All right, yep.
Yeah, I just uploaded the same image.
Hey.
And Cyberwolf just woke up. Yay!
All right, so next thing we want to talk about real quick is this, which is that's Otis. No, that's that is Otis. Go back.
But he's even more. He might be just as epic as the racing.
Right. So what we're looking at here is a very nice warthog. You guys are now just looking at the Otis part.
Otis.
Oh well, that was an accident. Good thing it wasn't in my porn folder. That would have been really embarrassing. What's with all this goat porn, Domo? Oh shit.
Jesus.
So anyway, what we're looking at is a nice, pretty new warthog down here. Actually, it looks like it's well used. It's got the stickers are coming off the back. But if you notice on the left side, you can see the outline of the M50 and also the back view of the M50. So, what do you guys think? This is a racing, like they're racing through here?
Yeah. What's the racing mode? You can see you can see like laps at the top and
definitely planet side.
Yep.
Yeah.
1 out of 3 laps, planet side.
Yeah, that was the biggest shock for me, I think. It's like someone looked at it, oh, look, there's a picture of someone racing. I'm like, oh, goody. And then I'm like, wait a minute. That's a fucking...
There's a horizon.
That's a mountain. What the Jesus? And it's like...
Yeah, and I'm going into better detail of that. Those look like almost little... because they have to... I wonder if those are antennas on it, or is that where you can connect like ships land over there? Because I don't know the scale of the objects in the background.
I don't know, but it looks to me like that is like it's telling you to turn right. Like right now, it's about ready to tell them to turn. It's like if you're racing on an F1 course or something, you know, they got the arrows kind of telling you to turn. Like that's what it's looking like up front here. Like it's telling you.
Or it's an indicator error saying there's something you're going to run into if you keep turning in this direction.
Yeah, I think Clifford's more talking about the prongs on that structure, the physical.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, those are
I'm
antennas.
actually looking at the structures if they're actually just there as guideposts, or if that would be something that he would actually utilize in the persistent universe for like landing on those little scaffolding that's come out. That if those are just antennas, or if that's actual little landing platform. I don't know the scale of them objects because you're not up close to it.
I have no idea.
Okay, I got a question. Trendane.
They look like they'd be fairly large.
Interested?
You should really clarify exactly what you're asking about, because for me,
chocolate chip ice cream.
Now, it's that really cute guy that's playing the thing is on the screen. I was staring at him.
Okay, Trendane, interested?
So, yeah. I don't know who he is, but yeah. But if you're asking about this mode of the game,
I'm actually slightly interested because it doesn't no fighting, it's just no pew pews, just flying,
just vroom vroom,
just lots of vroom vroom.
It does make me wonder how they're gonna. I'm curious to see when they announce it, how they're gonna work with the ships. Because I mean, obviously we got 2 dedicated racing ships, but do you think they're gonna give someone one of those, or just racing any ship you have?
Yeah, like do you think they're?
Oh, you mean one will probably be. They'll probably give you the 300 series. You probably race with a 300i, maybe.
I hope so, because then I'll whip out my M50 or my 350R
and just stomp them.
Yeah,
that's what
I
want.
300i.
Because think of that from a marketing aspect as well. They give everybody you can go in the Arena Commander with the 300i, and then they allow you to fly the 300i here, but you just have a really tough time winning the races. So you're like, you know what? I just buy a goddamn M50 so I can win this race.
Then they throw the 350R up for limited sale.
Can't win enough races, can't get any chicks, buy the 350R.
Exactly.
Or the M50.
It's another
You'll be a winner.
It's another way for them to make some more money for the game.
Not bad idea. We'll send that message over to Sandy, see if she takes it.
So apparently his name is Andre.
Oh,
I've never had an Andre.
That's even more sexier.
The three
sorry.
Oh, I was going to ask about the M50. Is it only strictly for racing, or can you even attach a gun to it? That's what I was going to ask.
I think the M50's got a small gun up front, right? Just
like a small gun on it.
Small little PP.
So then would that be available then in Arena Commander also when this launches?
Oh God,
because that means it's fully functional.
It might be fully functional, but you get your ass shot up, I would think.
Well, maybe if
you're super fast.
You know what?
You can't outrun laser beams.
It would be a great ship for Capture the Core. I want M15 for Capture the Core.
Yeah, I would.
Oh man, because I've won games in that without even shooting.
Well, there you go. So Bod and WTF, both of you have been playing a lot of that. I've been watching you play it. Explain Capture the Core, because I'm not that familiar with it. I've been watching you play a little bit. I see you flying through a ring in the middle with lightning going through it, sparkles.
Yeah.
So what is Capture the Core? How does it work?
It's like Capture the Flag, right? So you have 2 rings on either side of your terraformer. One for the blue team, one for the red team. And in the very center is what they call the core. I guess it's like this super dense, heavy electrical thing that you can carry by running into it, and it doesn't damage your ship or anything. But it does slow you. It does make your ship a lot heavier, so it changes the dynamics of how it flies.
Mm-hmm.
So what you need to do is you need to go through. Say I'm on the red team. I need to go get the blue core and bring it back through mine, and mine still has to be there, right? So my team's core still has to be there, and I have to fly theirs through it. So if mine's gone and theirs are gone, you have to kill whoever's carrying it for them to drop it, and then try and get one of your teammates to pick it up, and then it'll put it back. If one of your teammates don't pick it up, and one of the other team members do, then it sort of keeps going that way.
So it basically works like any generic FPS capture the flag mode. Yep. Your flag must be there. You have to capture theirs and return it to your base while your flag's in place.
Right.
If you drop it, they can pick it back up, which takes it back to their base, and then you just continue until one of you scores enough of those until you win. Yeah,
it's 5 of those.
But there is the added element that it alters the.
Yes, it makes your ship feel like 10 times heavier.
Yeah, right.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, which is if it's a a dense mass. I mean, yeah, it makes sense, and that's actually good on their part. You know, they're actually.
It gives it a little more challenge than just flying through. Okay, I got it, and just keep flying to the other side.
That is pretty.
Because usually you come at it from one angle, and you'll have to do a full 180. And to do that, you need to slow down, and it can be big.
I think that's part of the beauty of it is that the SIG is thinking that far ahead because we are going to be putting a lot of cargo on our ships, and it should make the way it behaves in flight completely different. Mm-hmm. Especially when you got like a Freelancer Max, all the weight is really in the back. What's the matter?
Sorry. Just when you're talking about how the weight should affect the physics, it just made me think, excuse me, Mr. Chris Roberts, I have a bone to pick with you. Should the mass of this object not slow the trajectory of the object? No, sorry. That's just what made me chuckle. We can talk about that later.
Okay. But yes, so them adding that in as sort of a perk to being part of the fight is obviously thinking ahead that, okay, when we start picking ships start picking up tens of thousands of tons of cargo or whatever.
Yeah.
Or not 10,000 tons, but you know what I mean.
Idea of how it's going to feel and how it'll change the dynamic of the ship.
Now, I'm kind of curious, though. Couldn't they theoretically, because, you know, when you're watching the Freelancer commercial, when they were talking about how it's airtight and keeps everything in place and everything, couldn't they have a anti-mass shield generator inside the cargo area to counteract that?
How do you remove mass?
What is? I don't understand what that means.
I don't know. It hurts my brain.
Are you thinking it's sort of like because the ship has a gravitational pull of its own to like pull you to the deck plates, that maybe they could have some sort of thing to levitate the cargo so it wasn't...
Yeah.
But I still think the mass is still part of the entire equation. Like the mass doesn't leave.
It's just a sci-fi out there.
I know, yeah, it's fine.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Star Trek for sure.
But they're going to need to know how... Like, you'd have to figure out how that works with the physics engine. Otherwise, you could levitate it, but then it just slam into the side of your ship.
Slams in
every time.
Yeah, didn't they call it an inertial dampener on Star Trek?
Inertial dampener is just a giant spring.
Okay.
Inertial compensators.
But
yes, that's what they called it in Star Trek.
But it was a virtual spring. It wasn't a real spring. It had some kind of like reverse tachyon field that would push it back through the warp core emissions, and but the force the TPS manifolds.
If the force is being exerted over a longer period of time, you get a smaller actual impulse, right? So the force felt, effective force is a lot smaller on the side of the ship. Ship doesn't swerve and turn.
But I do, going back to that, even if you exclude that and it adds mass, it kind of does add a good dynamic to it, because then you'll be like, okay, I got to make this run. How much weight do I need to carry so I can get there faster, conserve fuel? It makes you think of, okay, well, I have enough fuel to get there. Well, if I take out this much cargo, then I'll have enough fuel to get there. And it just, I think it in a good way, it actually has positives to it. It makes you kind of think about what you're going to load into your Freelancer or Constellation.
We have, on occasion, we mention the only real competitor for Star Citizen, which is Elite Dangerous, and there is a similar sort of mechanic in that where you have to account for fuel consumption versus the amount of cargo you can carry, because it alters the amount of distance you can travel. But with regard to the inertial dampener slash reducing your mass thing, it's also important to remember that there is a difference between weight and mass. And that you can have something that is weightless that has tremendous amounts of mass, but it's kind of hard to do it the other way around.
Like dark matter?
Well, no, I mean, just if you take, an anvil into space, it's floating in 0G, it has no weight, but it still has mass.
Right,
so you would... Similarly, I would expect that in Capture the Core, if you start to, sorry, I'm still trying to sober up. If the added mass to your ship makes it more difficult for you to speed up, it should also make it more difficult for you to slow down or alter your trajectory in any way.
It does do that in Elite Dangerous. Like when you're coming up to a station, you're fully loaded. Like, you have a LAC-on 9 yet, or 6?
No, I haven't played since I got enough money.
There's that peep again.
It's coming from Clifford, because I saw the border around his image flash when it came up.
Clifford's beeping! Bad beeping.
I don't know what I'm beeping from.
Anyway.
I don't either.
But yeah, so you coming up to the station, like I have a Lacon 9 heavy now, right? So as I'm coming up and I'm fully loaded, and if I have too much inertia, I'm like, holy crap, I'm not going to slow down in time. But then I come at the station next time really, really slow, and I don't have to worry about it because it's 440 units of cargo is a lot.
Smash into the side of the station.
I've almost smashed into the side of the station a couple times, yes. But that's just how, because I'm a terrible pilot.
But yeah, like the mass of your ship is going to affect a lot of how it handles, basically, and it shows that a lot with just this. And it'll be curious to know if not only will the cargo and stuff, but if the amount of fuel you have changes it as well. So if you're running on empty, it feels different than when you're running on full.
Yep, just like a race car basically carries only the absolute minimum amount of fuel it needs to carry to go on its course for as many laps as it has to, and therefore limiting the amount of weight that it has to carry. And then obviously, as the fuel gets lower and lower, you start losing weight. You get that little bit quicker.
That is a very real thing in most racing.
It's a real thing in F1.
Yeah.
They won't fill up a full tank on the second time around if they're about ready to end the race.
I'd love to see that sort of mechanic come into play. Most definitely.
Oh, you mean in the racing as well? On yeah.
Well, and the whole ship mechanic
and everything.
Yeah, the whole ship mechanic.
Because that's what they're doing. They're building sort of these foundations for it to work in everything across. So it's all, I want to say legitimate, but it's all the same sort of real life physics for everything.
Do you think they have actual rocket scientists or astrophysicists or something like that employed at either Elite Dangerous or SIG?
I would say not employed, but there's no doubt in my mind that there are several in the fan base who are like, this is a thing.
Maybe we should get one on the show at some point to
a scientist.
A real
Let's
scientist.
try to get Neil deGrasse Tyson so I can apologize to him some more.
What did you say to him?
I never said anything to him. It
was just about Pluto and his.
I was a stupid shit.
Did you stand up in at a convention and he was there and you go, "Excuse me,
Mr. Tyson.
I want to tell you, Pluto is orbiting around Uranus."
I'm not calling you Dr. Tyson. No, I harbored a lot of anger towards the man, and it wasn't until because of the Pluto thing, and he very rarely uses his salutation of doctor. Because he
people know he's got lots of them
his entire life.
Right.
Yeah. And it wasn't until the Pluto thing was explained to me correctly, because it was not explained to me very well. They demoted it just because they put it into a category that didn't exist.
You had a friend that came over who was high on Scotch and Coke and said, "Look, dude, they just nuked Pluto and didn't say why." Right? And you were like, "Oh my god, that sucks." And you were agreeing with him.
Yeah, and it took years for me to finally get an explanation that made sense.
Okay,
and
so what does this have to
happened,
do with
I started paying more attention to what he was saying. Then he started doing Cosmos, and I was like, oh my god, I have wronged this man in so many ways.
Isn't he great? I love him.
He's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
I love him. I feel so bad. That's why I recorded a YouTube video apologizing to him. I don't know if he's ever seen it, but, whatever. Anyway,
okay, so I'll try to see if we can get him on the show and have him explain rocket physics. Be like, "Excuse me, Mr. Tyson, would you explain to us the rocket physics, please?"
And how they're going to be applicable in this video game?
Yeah. You can just
Dr. Tyson, if you are indeed a doctor.
I got one quick question about racing before we move on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right.
We're talking about racing?
Yeah.
It was mentioned, and it made me think about this question. Who wants Mario Kart style pickups?
Me.
What is that? Start over? Who?
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart style pickups. You're racing.
So you can pick up a mushroom and launch it at somebody.
We pick up missiles. Yeah. I say no one has any weapons on the ships. You pick up a missile.
I don't, because that is just one more feather in the guy's cap to call this an arcade game. If they had pickups,
no, it's not. It's if you have a racing mode that's specifically designed to be like a Mario Kart-esque mode.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a serious sim racing mode, and then there's this arcadey racing mode. where it's the same thing. It's just that you have
Okay.
the blocks and stuff.
I was gonna say I would initially be against that, but it is if they put it in Arena Commander where everything is sort of virtual and everything anyways, then yes, it can still be within lore that they can do things like, oh, you pick up a boost, or oh, you pick up a weapon, or a defense or something. So yeah, that's actually not a bad mode. Yeah, but it would have to be within Arena Commander. They wouldn't be able to have like the Murray Cup and then have you can't be shooting shells at people in space. But but at the same time,
cups, aren't they? So
I would also like to see, if that's what they're going to do, I would also like to see ridiculous tracks like that, like not just in space, but like a ridiculous just what I would call an elite track or something like that. That would be, I don't know, like a cool tube, but it didn't look anything like space or anything like that. So just something that they could have simulated.
What if they
would be kind of neat?
What if they had like a tube track that's just for M50s, because M50s are pretty small.
Yeah,
high banking and everything like that. That's just almost like a pod racer track.
Yeah. Yeah, no, as long as it was within the Arena Commander style virtual reality environment, then sure, why not?
They could totally work that into the lore.
Yeah.
Because I read something just not that long ago about, it was actually an article put in the lore about, what was it? Is it called? Was it blading? About
to blade
how Arena Commander was available to all the kids, the young kids, the impressionable teenagers, and they were going in and playing Arena Commander, and they were doing the Vandal Swarm, and they were basically, winning the Vandal Swarm and getting all cocky and thinking killing the Vandal Swarm in Arena Commander, because it is kind of a training simulator, that they were actually good enough to take on a real Vandal. And so then the kids would jump in their ships and actually fly into Vandal space to try and engage a Vandal. And more often than not, they ended up dying, of course. Yeah. But it's sort of they were tying in the whole how the Arena Commander is seen from some perspectives as kind of an in-game game. And there's nothing to say that they couldn't have this kind of, more fun-style racing mode in the Arena Commander, and then they tie it to some lore how the kids start doing it, and that's what gets them interested in racing, and then eventually they might then go to the legit deal and try racing in the cup, So as long as they could tie it in that way, it could totally work.
And kind of one more thing to add on to that that's sort of an offshoot is if you have this as Arena Commander, and this is something that sort of bothered me a little bit. If it's a virtual simulation, why do you need to own the ship to fly it in the simulation?
Because it's probably interfaces with your helmet. Like you plug your helmet in and it has to be interfaced to the dashboard controls for
so that they can force you to buy the ship.
Yeah. No, I know, but I'm just saying from for example, if there was the M50 only race or the 350R only race or whatever, would you need to actually own those ships before you could go in there? And
it probably won't be like that in PU. It'll probably be like
they're
just doing it. They're just doing it right now for the initial.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm wondering. I'm talking about in Persistent Universe. Is that a way that you can test out your different ships and stuff like that?
I believe that was I think that was the aim, that eventually once all the ships were in engine and everything was working, it's kind of like a test drive for your ships kind of deal. So, you're like, I'm interested, I might want to buy a Connie, I don't know which variant that suits me better. I'm going to load into the AC, I'm going to try a couple of variants, which one suits me better. But obviously they can't do that because half of those ships aren't even, ready for the engine yet. As far as talking about now, if they release the racing thing, after the weekend, I would assume they would have something very similar to what they had with Arena Commander when it initially launched. They sort of give you a loaner ship,
right?
So that if they made it only M50 or 300 series racing, that if you didn't own one, that you could borrow one or something.
Speaking of which, what do you guys think of the likelihood that the racing's coming this weekend. Because Chris Roberts in the beginning of that video says, we have some big news to show tomorrow, meaning tomorrow.
I think there's a couple things that are going to be 100%, and racing is one of them.
Connie's, definitely.
They even said in one of the... I think they said in one of the videos, or they said in... I don't know where they said, but it was... racing was going to be... Because they're releasing 2 game modes for 0.9. That's coming out in 2 weeks from today. One of them is racing.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is probably the one called New Horizons. We don't, unless that's what they call the racing. But
well, think about that New Horizons being that you're on the surface of the planet and you can see the horizon. I'm just speculating here, but it sounds logical, really.
Yeah.
Could be
FPS.
Yeah, Connie.
Yeah, right. No, so what do you do?
They're going to be showing, definitely, they'll show some FPS and some PlanetSide tomorrow. Whether they release it or not is different, but
so what you're going to see is
show some.
You're going to land that little M50 on one of those Cloud City things there, fight off Lando, and then, Lando's going to be on one of those floating things. And
why would you fight Lando?
Why would you fight Lando? Because that's
Lando.
Because he sends Darth Vader after you.
No.
Well, yeah, he kind of gets you frozen in carbonite, so you're going to have to fight off Lando, take the station over, hop back in your M50, then finish the lap. I mean, that's kind of like the whole... I think
fly back to Dagobah and do your training.
Fuck Dagobah.
Man,
go back to that
fuck
swamp.
Dagobah.
Fuck Dagobah.
Fuck Dagobah, you will not.
Definitely
it is my home.
Badass Connie commercial.
We'll definitely see.
We know for definite they're coming because they said. Yeah, they said on Reverse to Verse. Ben pretty much confirmed that was happening this weekend.
Even if they didn't say it, if you look at any of the pictures from Gamescom already, all the images and the posters and everything, it's all the constellation.
Yeah. I mean, that's one thing we can say for definite.
Yeah.
Constellations are going to come out, or they're just going to show a commercial for them?
They're going to be released.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my god, I don't have any money for that shit.
I want all 4. How do you think I feel? I want all 4 in my hangar at least.
I don't want 4. I just want the luxury one. I want to be a pimped pirate. So the luxury one is what I'm looking at.
Do you know what else is coming out in 0.9?
What?
I'm going to have to live stream them.
Hangars in the room system.
Oh, yes. Yeah, they said they were going to be. You'd be able to set up like a lounge area, probably a kitchen.
That's where you'll have your cartography room.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have different rooms like that. I'm interested to see how that works, like how you build the different rooms. Like, number one, I'm going to be super happy with my asteroid hangar, and I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm running around, and everybody who's watching my stream are like, do you want to go fight somebody? I'm going to be like, no! I'm going to hang out up here.
No.
Just roll around on the couch going,
yeah. Right? But I'm also curious to see how the room systems are going to work, and if we're going to actually be able to exit our hangar at that point.
That would be awesome.
Other stuff. We can finally bind keys, which will be
oh
nice.
my god!
Which also brings 6 degrees of freedom, which means you'll be able to strafe up, down, left, and right.
Oh, wait a second. Wait.
Without going into...
They're adding the thrusters that they have like Elite Dangerous?
Yes.
So without decoupling? Without decoupling. Thank baby Roberts.
God, thank you so much. Thank you, WTO. I could kiss you.
Oh my god. It's one of the biggest things I've been bitching about. I'm like, I'm not playing Star Citizen because I can't strafe.
What else? I have a whole list of things here. I'll tell you.
Yeah, go down the list, man. That's fine. It's news. We can talk about it.
So, custom key bindings in the 6 degrees of freedom. Avenger M50 and most likely the Gladius are going to be able to be flown in Arena Commander. 2 game modes, one of which is going to be racing. Friends list and private matching. It's not going to be the full lobby system, but it's going to be a way to have private matching.
Oh, awesome. Domo Tribe. We're going to fight.
Yeah. There's also going to be better and more intuitive power and shield management. The hangars and room system comes in. The other thing, too, is they also confirm there is 100% going to be the next great Starship, version 2.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Think about it, man. I mean, honestly, how many millions does it take to make one of those ships to begin with?
Yeah.
I mean, these guys made it for, like, what, nothing?
15 grand or whatever the price
Well, that's what they paid them, like 30 grand. They paid them 30 grand for a ship. You know it costs more than 30 grand to make a ship.
Yeah,
Plus stuff.
So, And they have a lot of talented people in the world out there.
Yeah.
So those are the things that I know for sure are coming. Those are all 0.9, and that was said today by Chris Roberts. He's given hard dates, and the hard date was 2 weeks today. So on the 28th.
0.9. This game actually feels like it's coming together. It's like there's stuff actually happening.
1.0 is coming out in roughly 2 months. So 1.0 is going to have the full org system in place.
Yes.
We know that. It'll have 1.0 means all the ships that are flyable by a single person are going to be in.
Yep. Full matchmaking lobbies.
Full matchmaking lobbies, all that.
That's what I'm going to love is finally I'll be able to say, hey, WTFO, can I join in? And actually try and kick your ass if I can ever do that.
Or I can just be like, all right, guys, let's get in and maybe we can do some training stuff and we can take our time without having to worry about getting attacked by somebody else. And
and then you could, I definitely need pointers.
Trendane, mind if I dock with you in space? Delicious.
But we also don't know, like, with the hangars there's that beep again.
It's Clifford. He doesn't realize it.
No, it's.
Well, I'm watching it go beep every time it beeps. Your thing lights up.
Maybe. Oh, I bet you it's getting my Skype. I bet you. Can you?
No, it's not a Skype beep. It's it's some kind of like.
It's like a watch, like one of those old.
Does your e-cigarette thing to have batteries in it?
Yeah, it has batteries in it.
Is it beep when the batteries are low?
No.
I don't know.
Does it have Bluetooth? It sort of sounds like one of those single chirps you get when there's a Bluetooth phone too close to a speakerphone thing. But it doesn't do the like a Bluetooth does. So.
Well, give me a second. I'll mute myself. I'm going to try something.
Right, mute it and see if we hear the beep.
So one of the other things is how soon, because we're probably going to get another module before the end of what... They're not going to finish one module and then give us another one, just like the hangar one isn't done, right? We got that first, and now we have the Arena Commander. They're going to start to overlap, right? So I'm even wondering when, the planet side or the first-person shooter module are actually going to come into place. Are they going to come in before we get 1.0?
I doubt it. I think once 1.0 is finished, at that point they'll start really... Maybe... We'll probably get another social or kind of rollout deal before that time, but I'm guessing that they're not going to release any other full modules until after 1.0. Just a guess.
Cyberwolf says that the planet side is due for the Australian PAX.
Like he knows.
That's true. They've said...
They said they were going to show it there.
And why aren't you going, Stockus? You're Australian. You have a flag right behind you that says you're Australian, which means you can go. It's not that far.
It's sold out, actually, as far as I know.
You can still show up and say, I do a show, and they'd let you in.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Mr. Chris Roberts. I do a show from my basement.
You can even be like, you can talk to Mr. Ben Lesnick and James Pugh. They've been on our show.
I guarantee, Stockus, if you went there, we'd get you in. We have clout, man. Just all kinds of shit. We
have to get down there.
Get a hold of concierge. Do what you need to do.
Yes, let me get on my hotline. Let me get my red phone out.
Exactly. You know those people by name, Clifford. The people that work at SIG. You're like, oh, Sandy, hi.
Look, all I want to be able to go to that thing. I do want to go, but as far as I know, the tickets are sold out for the event itself. And then there's also getting down there, which is no small feat, seeing it's like at the other end of the country.
How much is a plane ticket?
It depends on the season. A couple of $100.
Well, when is PAX Australia?
It's going to be October.
Okay,
I think
we're going to do a fundraiser to get you down there.
Friday?
Fundraiser.
We're going to do a fundraiser.
That's what I was saying. A fundraiser.
The 3-day is sold out, but the international 3-day is still available.
Exactly, which means you have to have a passport showing that you've physically traveled into the country from overseas and that you will be traveling back out again.
But Friday and Sunday passes are available. Individual passes.
Friday might have some good shit. Get all the stuff worked out.
You know what makes this even worse?
What?
Is apart from my mum, my dad, and my sister, my entire family lives in Melbourne.
Which is where you would be going, right?
You don't need to tell them you're going.
No, it's just no. I'm not. It's just like I could actually stay with someone.
Figure
while
out
I'm down.
how much it's going to cost, and we'll do some kind of fundraiser. Clifford will give away all of his ships. We'll get you down there.
Clifford will give away all.
I'll just borrow his Idris and fly down.
Yeah, it might work.
Where are you going to land it?
There is no hangar there.
Port Airport.
Melbourne.
They have special hangars.
No, and it just will fit inside of the Opera House down there, right?
No, they've got Port Melbourne, which they've
Sydney,
the
Melbourne,
biggest
they're all
of
the same
big
thing.
Cruise ships dock with, so I can just
Plop it right on there.
on top of the QE2.
Land it in the water.
I was going to say, just park it like right on top of the building. Just kind of.
It would probably crush it.
It's just put it right there because it's like this gigantic. Selling they just put Star Citizen, a poster on the side, and it becomes part of the advertising. Then they will feel compelled to let you in.
Dude, if you land a real Idris on the roof.
I'll leave my Idris parked right here to show off that we're doing this convention, but you got to let me in. Otherwise, I'm taking my ship and I'm going home.
That would be on the news.
I'll let you in.
They'll let you.
Yeah, if you don't let me in, I will nuke you with my Idris.
Okay, you figure out how much you figure how much it's going to cost, Stockus. We'll figure out how to get you in for all 3 days. If we could get you there, would you go?
No, fuck yes.
Okay, all right. I don't know if you had a flying problem like I do.
No.
This is how it feels. That horrible feeling of guilt whenever people start buying you shit. This is where I live. Okay.
It's okay, Trindane.
Oh, trust me, Trindane, you'll forget about it when you're flying all them freelancers you got.
I would totally
that feeling will go away. Yeah, too.
Zwei freelancers, yeah. Okay, it is now that time. Let us Q&A.
Oh, my brain's already hurting.
Why? There's only like 6 questions there from Cyberwolf.
No, there's not.
There's not. There's more than 6.
There's more than 6.
Oh no! I only saw 6.
It took a little bit before Cyberwolf started.
There's a whole shit ton of questions.
Yeah, I know. That's why I wanted to get started because
the whole novel.
From ZodaStream, what is this racing content I've seen? Kind of asked and answered. We kind of already covered that.
We already covered that one.
So instead of that, from ZodaStream, will there be a new hangar? Thank you. Thank you for spelling that word correctly. Thank you.
And I think ZodaStream's German.
ER, not ER.
Yes. A hangar with
or
an
loose.
A.
Loose is my worst thing. People say lose and they type LOOSE. Huge pet peeve of mine.
Yeah. Will there be a new hangar for the poor man's hangar, or the hangar that people get by buying the Aurora package?
Yes.
I would assume, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
They're all getting redone.
That hangar is crap.
They're all done. Ready to go.
Do you guys remember? I don't know if you did. Well, none of you actually started out with the poor man's hangar because you just said you didn't. But
none of us know what it looks like.
I did, and it only had 3 walls when it first came out. If you were facing the nose of the ship, the left wall had no texture on it. So if you turned that way, it did like this psychedelic, trippy, like repeating pattern. And if you turned you had to turn away from it because there was actually no wall there. It was just no texture on the wall. It was craziness.
Actually, I take that back. The business hangar is the only one that needs a second coat of paint. Everything else is done.
Cool.
From ZodaStream, who is rapidly competing with Cyberwolf, will you be able to mine on the planet?
Yes.
Eventually. Well, probably. I know that you'll be able to mine in asteroids, and I think that's what they're going after for the whole mining thing, but I assume you'd be able to mine on the planet side.
Mm-hmm. I think there'll be certain planets that will have mining apparatuses built into them, or will have mineral deposits that eventually is part of like the planet side module. Players can go out and discover mineral deposits and planets and set up mining operations there.
Harris, we lost you.
Yeah, you're getting fuzzy and
fuzzy.
The audio is getting fuzzy, Harris.
And your pictures
and your
frozen
like this.
Okay, well, you guys are coming in fine. What the fuck?
If it is, just stop it.
Your upload probably isn't great.
I mean, they did talk about, because the procedurally generation, I think, is supposed to handle that part of the mining on planets. They did say that, you'll have modes when it'll play through the scene where you're landing on a planet, and they will probably extend upon where, okay, you're on the planet now, you've landed, and you can choose between going to these, different spots in area, and then you'll basically do probably a cut scene, and then you'll be in an area that you can kind of fly down to the planet and then mine. I guess that would be what they would do at the start of it before they would, before the procedural generation part. Because I think that's the main goal of the procedural generation is to take care of like the mining and stuff like that.
Which they will be utilizing voxel technology for the ore inside of the asteroids.
Yeah, voxels.
Yeah, voxels.
Yeah, voxels.
Oh.
From SodaStream. Will it be a ticket contest? Because I have a insert bad word here. Load. Oh, that bad word. Okay. I believe the word you're looking for is okay. A cubic fuck ton load does not make any sense. I think he meant a shitload of tickets ready to be used.
Ass load.
Ass load.
As load. Will it be a ticket contest?
For the Clifford thing?
I don't know.
It's up to Clifford. What do you want to do, Clifford?
Basically, if we reach the deal, whoever's during the contest, it'll be a keyword, one ticket, thing.
Keyword?
Just a keyword. That's why I put a keyword raffle on there.
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to clarify because there's a question.
Yeah. It's not.
So everybody will have the same
chance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody who's in that channel that day, if we reach the goal, put in the keyword, boom, you're entered in. Even Steven with everybody else.
From oh my god, it's Mad Doctor. As far as I'm concerned, the leader of the Bearded Warriors is Domo because he has the longest beard. But what if a new pirate appears in the space sector of Warriors with a longer or even beard? Will there be a battle?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. What happens is we get into a beard tangle. We get really close
and fight to the death.
We rub our beards back and forth and see if a static starts, and then, depending on the color of the sparks, we will decide to throw down. It's a very long and
they choose the Pope.
It's a very long and slow ritual. It involves ramen noodles and beard rubbings.
Jam.
Yeah. Duck.
Isn't it like those knife offs where you tie one hand to each other?
Right, we tie our beards together.
Yeah, you hold each other's beard, and then you've got to try and Jesus
with ramen noodles.
The song "Beat It."
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, from the SodaStream, how can I get the asteroid hanger when it's out?
Buy a cutlass.
A cutlass, or I'm sure
they'll be able to upgrade.
This isn't confirmed, but you'll be able to upgrade to it. Yeah. They'd be stupid not to do that. I know.
And they will ignore the Stockus growls.
Everybody but Stockus gets it.
Why are you growling, Stockus? I don't understand. Stockus growl.
Because it should be something that's exclusive, and it's not. Just like everything else.
Well,
it should be something that's exclusive, and it's not.
I bought my Starfarer the second time around, right? So they said the Starfarer was a one-time thing. We're never going to come back around again. And I bought it when it came back around. So that's just what they do, right?
Like they even kind of stepped on the toes of the big spenders with the Connie model.
Right. Although the Connie model that you can buy, let me clarify this because there's a couple questions coming up about the Connie model. Is the Connie the one that you got, Clifford? Do you have it there?
No. Okay. It comes out at the same time as everybody else's.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Is it a different size than the other ones?
No, it's the same 10-inch model, same one. The only difference mine is being signed by Chris Roberts. That's the only difference.
That's because you asked Chris Roberts to sign it.
And that's because
anybody can do that as well. They just pay for the shipping.
Yep.
So, what a kick in the balls! You spent $15,000 to get this model almost. Well, you got all the ships, and you got to have a play date with Chris Roberts. But
that's why I asked the question.
What's that?
They weren't going to ask. They weren't going to ask answer my question because I was like, okay, well, fine. You give away the 10-inch model. What else am I going to lose out of this package? Is the 10 million mile high club's going to be next? Is
Wait. You get to have sex with somebody at SIG?
In space.
In space?
It wouldn't be a big deal if it was like, say, a 10-inch model that was plastic or a little bit different from the models that came in the bigger.
Right. Everybody else's is fluorescent orange. Yours is like cool gunmetal gray, but theirs is like fluorescent orange. Then you're like, you suckers got the orange ones. But yeah, that is kind of the problem. They're doing this sort of exclusivity creep, where they give us these things that are supposed to be like, if you do this, guys, you get that. It's sort of like the way you do with Kickstarter, and pretty soon everybody's starting to get that, and it's like, oh, where'd happen to my exclusivity? It's kind of one of the things that's exclusivity. I know it sounds kind of stupid, but when you're doing like a Kickstarter funding or Patreon or whatever it is you're doing, having that one little bit that makes it like, if I do this, if I spend $5 more, I get this one little thing that's exclusive. Hell yeah, I'll do $5 more because that makes me special.
It wasn't even just $5 more, right? Like that's a pretty significant job, right? Like, and the fact is that the first batch they're like, oh, we made too many. And all right, so anyone that has concierge can get it. So anyone who spent $1,000 more, okay, sure, maybe. But now it's open to literally anybody with $125.
Yeah, and he, of course, Ben clarified, that, y'all got a good deal because it originally was $99. I mean, we weren't making any money on it, and now we're charging a little bit more money for these others. So this will hopefully make you feel better. And also, it kind of brings into question, even on my upper package, I get 2 days with Chris Roberts. Well, that really, anybody could set up an appointment. Like, a lot of orgs have set up appointments.
No, but you got a play date. You're supposed to go out to lunch with them and, like, go to, like, one of those little ball net courts and stuff and bounce
They've never said what the actual day of Chris Roberts is supposedly to be.
You should go to, like a go-kart racing place with them.
No, after this, Chris Roberts is rich, and you've already spent a lot of money. It should be like a trip around, like a vacation. You guys are going on vacation somewhere.
Clifford, you're almost
around the world.
You wrote the other day in chat, and I don't know if you feel bad about this. Obviously not, because you wrote it in chat the other day. You're almost double the completionist package. You're coming up on almost twice the cost of a completionist package you spent at SIG. Right? They should be kissing your ass hardcore of some sort. Like, I feel that
they should be. I think that they should be doing something above and beyond whatever would be in any sort of package. To be honest, that's what I would be expecting, and I don't think it's unfair to expect any less. Like, solar system. Yeah, I want to name everything in that solar system, and I want to help direct it or something. Like, I don't think that's.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing. I think Clifford should be on the next Starship panel. Okay, next Great Starship panel as a guest judge, because the prize was $30,000. Clifford has almost spent that much at SIG, so he should be able to say, okay, my $30,000 I would go to these guys, right? Sort of like what's that show, Shark Tank?
Yeah, and then you have kind of a say an actual say in the development.
Yeah,
that's a lot of money, And I mean, I get that you wanted to support the game and the idea and stuff, but with the amount of things that you get out of that one pack and whatever, I don't know. I just don't feel like it's special enough.
Yeah, I'm with WTF.
Yeah, I mean, and people have asked me before, the completionist package, that all started by Ruben on the forums, because originally he was like, hey, I want to donate more than because it was like up to the wing commander package, I think, I think it was after the high admiral or the marshal, it was then the wing commander package, and then he comes along and says, well, I want to put up $15,000, so they made the completionist package for him, and then all of a sudden everybody got in line and said, hey, I want what he wants if I do the same thing, and that's why it shows 0, but it's a kind of, you call in and they work their magic behind the scenes to make it happen.
Yes, Somebody was just saying it's not about the money, it's about sending a message. I totally agree with that. It's not about how much money Clifford has spent. It's just that if they've offered exclusivity things to the people that have spent this kind of money on the game, they keep them exclusive. Make Clifford's a 12-inch model, everyone else gets a 10 or something. Do something special for those people. Good trending, what's the matter?
There's a phallic joke in there somewhere.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah.
Clifford deserves 12 inches.
The 12-inch.
Clifford deserves 12 inches. Everybody else deserves 10. So all you're getting is a 4-inch model, and be happy. Average length.
The average.
I mean,
just do it. Do it, Trent. Do it.
Moving on.
Because if you look at the package, everybody got, whoever got early deal, got lifetime insurance. That's not a big deal. I mean, the only thing I really see in there, now that the 10-inch model is thrown out of there now, is you get 2 days with Chris Roberts, which they said you could change something else if you want something else, like another ship or something. The only thing I think that I see actually worthy in there, other than, he signs up the collector's edition upgrade box, is the Million Mile High Club. That's the only thing that's
what
left.
Is that? Because
you don't even know what that is.
You get to have sex with somebody a million miles up in the air. That's what a Mile High Club is.
I mean, that's really the only thing that I see out. Well, I mean, from
Listen, it involves flying with Virgin Intergalactic.
Oh, okay. I see.
Chelsea was kind of vague, and I have the email where she described it. Yeah, Chelsea had told me, she said, well, the 1 Million Mile High Club is for the people who've bought that package only. It's an exclusive club.
Oh, that's right.
You will get
for the 10,000 and up, right?
Yeah, it's 10,000 up, and you will get to run that club, and it's invitation only to any of your friends that you invite to there, but there's supposed to be special perks in there, probably special vendors. They haven't worked out all the details, but it's supposed to be something very, very special from what she said.
It might be galactic prophylactics, all kinds of stuff you can buy just there.
I don't know if this is any different for anybody else, but in this package it says also name your spaceship. I don't know if that's anything that's special.
I heard that was going to everybody too as well.
And custom skin, I think that goes to a lot of people.
That's everybody. I think they're trying to make that a thing.
Yeah.
Taking
that away from you too. Yeah.
Yeah, they might make a specific skin that those guys get. That you
can get. A frickin' glow-in-the-dark gold skin.
Maybe.
That's basically, it. Other than you had, basically every ship minus the 350R and then the little variants of the Hornet and the Aurora. You pretty much got all the ships with LTI.
I just had a funny idea.
Huh?
If you spend that much money, they give you like a Nyan Cat skin, and as you're flying through space, it's playing the Nyan Cat song, and it's shooting rainbows up. Yeah, coming out behind you, and you're like, na 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 na. It's just going out the back. Sorry. Struck me as funny.
From HMH goes what? Wild guess! Exclamation point. When will I be able to buy the Caterpillar, and how much will I have to pay? Exclamation point, question mark.
175. I guess.
That's when, or how
Caterpillar,
much?
225?
225 for Caterpillar, really?
I think it'll, because they're going to raise the price again.
225.
Right? Just like they do 10% with everything else when it comes back.
Well, what was it at the November sale?
I don't remember. That's why I was making 175 up.
I thought it was 225 before, and yeah, so it might go up to like 235 or something. I don't know.
Well,
it would be 250.
Probably like 250 because it's $22.50 increase is 10%. They'll just either that or 230. I don't know.
Yeah,
probably like 230. 220.
Yeah, that sounds about right, or in that range, anyways.
Oh, Skin Shatter just said it's 250 now.
Yeah.
They're
okay,
just
so
assessing a price hike.
250, and when is it coming? We don't know. If we don't have an actual sale date for that.
Sooner rather than later.
Soon with trademark logo.
Yeah.
250 in November, says Kin Shadow.
From Legacy Code, what weapons would you guys like to see in the FPS module?
Which now what? Which?
What weapons?
What weapons would you guys like to see in the FPS module?
Handheld gauze rifle.
I want a knife.
I want
or
all
gauss?
the Unreal Tournament weapons.
I just want
I want to see
Gauze
like
rifle. It shoots out.
weapon.
It shoots out linen.
Gravity weapon, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, like a distortion cannon or something.
I want to see a mod for your Moby Glass to turn it into a weapon, like a.
Well, it looks like it can be sharp.
Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Like a knife from Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the thing where it's like...
Yeah. That would be awesome.
That'd be really cool.
It's a damn hologram. It's not supposed. Never mind. Now, I can see you-
Overvoltage the hologram.
Okay,
Well,
but the holograms could kill you on the deck of the holodeck in Star Trek.
if you turn the safety protocols off.
Well,
yes.
maybe you got the safety protocols on your Moby Glass and it turns into a blade. Shing.
See, I think you should just be able to overcharge the
Intergalactic
battery
superhero.
and just shock the shit out of it.
That would be cool.
But then it would be, that would eliminate the
Like
charge.
Second Son kind of.
Yeah, but it could be a good last defense.
You're lying there and you're almost dead.
Just stun them and then you pull out a knife and just stab neck or something.
Oh. Lightsabers.
Oh,
Yeah.
No lightsaber.
Come
Not
on.
allowed. No.
It was so much fun in Chivalry when we were running around that one day with lightsabers. Was it not? Dismembering everyone.
It was fun. It was
A
fun.
vibroblade Vorpal cannon.
That's copyright.
Actually, a vibroblade like knife as a melee weapon, but because it's got vibroblade technology, you could kind of go through metal or something with it.
And it might happen to
That
glow and go when you did it.
No,
Yeah.
no, no.
Infringement. You can't do that.
I would really like to see black market for like the Vandal weaponry and stuff, like some of their weaponry.
Yes, and
That would be kind of cool.
Swords.
Maybe smart ammo.
Like
Yeah,
in,
you
in-
just like
looks like a
tracking
normal-
ammo.
or in,
Kind of.
in Skyfall, not Skyfall, Titanfall, where you could shoot around corners with that smart pistol.
No, not like that kind of. Not that kind of. Oh, aim that thing and it goes. Not that bullshit. I mean, like maybe like a small
bullet.
like a small EMP charge in the projectile, and you shoot them off, and they hit their target, but they don't necessarily explode or
Just knock out the
activate.
shields.
And then you've got like an activation on your pistol where you can go and it might take down a shield, or it might just give them a jolt, like a stun gun, like a taser type deal.
Weapon where we just shut down their Moby Glass and turn off all the lights and make everything go
Cool.
dark and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
That would be pretty awesome.
Yeah,
That'd make an awesome
Legit.
firefight.
And then
too.
that would be cool for like the Van Duel. He used like knives and stuff like that not these very technologically advanced weapons. They'd be immune to that kind of stuff because
Right.
they don't rely on it.
I would not say a pistol that could shoot off EMP, but it would totally be cool to have like a backpack EMP because that's doable.
Or grenade.
You couldn't fit it into a pistol round.
EMP grenade.
Oh, in 900 years we couldn't figure that out.
It's not even just that.
Holograms, spaceships, yeah, it's feasible.
Okay, fine. Suspension of disbelief.
This guy wants lightsabers.
That's real, man.
Right.
I see it in the movies all the time.
Soon there'll be metachlorians in the verse.
Fuck metachlorians. That I don't even want to talk about them. They ruined Star Wars and Highlander. Both of them movies got ruined by the metachlorians and the planet Zeist. Just ruined.
I don't think Highlander was on the same level of quality as
The original Highlander. A human could become immortal.
Yeah.
Right? A human could be immortal. And then they fucked it up by adding in that they were no longer humans anymore. They were aliens, and they came from the planet Time, which was stupid name anyway. And then Star Wars comes out with metachlorians, which just threw it all out the window too. I mean, just no longer could you sit down and meditate your way to having powerful force powers.
Next question, Trent.
It was all about the metachlorians, some kind of blood-borne pathogen that gave you force powers. Okay, continue. Sorry.
Hit the domo.
From
I'm on a rant.
Legacy Code. No, I'm sorry. That one was from Legacy Code, and it kind of spiraled out of control a little bit. From Cyberwolf74.
Who is
The
that?
first of many. Some guy. On this week's 10 for the Chair, Chris Roberts was talking about having a demo mode. I thought it said demon mode for a second. A demo mode of the game without a ship package, so just as a character. Good idea or griefer / troll bait?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see that.
What?
Can clarify? So
he's saying that basically you basically pay a couple of bucks and you can get in and try the game without having...
Oh, okay. All right, okay. I thought maybe like you could just buy a character account rather than having to buy a ship package.
Maybe, yeah.
You could just buy.
But it'd be free.
No, he said for sure today on that Gamescom interview that you do need to buy a ship package to get into the game. Even after the game is out, it'll always come with a ship. It'll just come with an Aurora.
So you're talking kind of like the pass for the Arena Commander, but it's just to literally get into the game and to try it out to see if you like it, kind of deal.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is that
Try before you buy.
Well, I think the question in question was the one where the guy was asking, do you have to have a ship in order to play the game, or can you, like, join the game just as a character and get a job and then make enough money to be able to buy your ship book passes on other ships?
Yeah, okay,
no.
No, you can't. He answered that.
Not yet, but he did kind of say that's an interesting idea.
It is an interesting idea, but hopefully not.
But this is surrounded by the ships. This is
that's what this game is. I know, right?
Yeah.
But
I don't see the appeal.
well, and then I get his second part of the question: is it troll bait or griefer bait? Think about all the people that are just not invested in this game, throwing $5 in, getting to come in and just become complete lunatic assholes. It's already bad enough as it is. Whenever I play Elite Dangerous, I get all the Star Citizen people coming in there and making stupid comments, and then I play Star Citizen, Elite Dangerous people are already coming and making stupid comments.
No, I get where you're coming from. Where like Battlefield gave away the game for like $5, and you could buy the whole game for $5, and the ensuing months after that was just trolls galore, because all of these people who weren't willing to pay the initial,
$60,
$60, whatever it was for you guys, it's like $100 for us, but all of a sudden, $5, I can waste $5 for a troll for a few hours. I could see that being a big issue.
Who cares if I get banned? It's $5.
Exactly. Let's make another account.
Apply to crew on someone's ship and then shoot them in the back of the head. Okay, from Crovea. With the planet-side racing track we saw, do you think we will get atmospheric flight model already, or do you think that they will keep it drag / gravity free model for now?
I'm showing it again while we're talking about it.
Yeah. I think they're gonna atmospheric flight. I don't think it's gonna be difficult to simulate. So it's a different map, different gravity and atmosphere and stuff. So the physics are all real, right? The physics are all already implemented on.
But atmospheric flight is different. If you stop, all stop, you're gonna fall. It's not like. In space, if you stop still and you want to look around for a little while, you can just sit there and it's not affecting you.
Right.
No,
and based on real gravity, right? It's based on real physics.
So it's not hard for them to implement.
Right. You just change the numbers in the environment that are assigned to that environment, and the physics will naturally change with it. So the ships will automatically adjust to that new environment.
Yeah, even if you do a complete stop in an M50 and you finally slow down, you still have your little thrusters underneath that are just going to keep you hovering there unless you shut them all off.
Yeah.
From Crovea as well. Do you think that the racing mode we're getting will adhere to the speed limits we currently have in Arena Commander, or will be able to fly at much higher speeds?
Higher speeds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I want to see speed. I was watching Star Wars the other night with the pod racing thing, and I was like, this would be fun to race like this in Star Citizen.
It would have been better with music.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, hey, twin engines, faster power. It's going to coalesce into higher speeds.
Well, I think I may be wrong as to what the thrust of the question is, but I was thinking that it's more about, like with the the model that we have where you won't be able to travel at super high speeds because you won't be able to navigate, or when you get near enough to another ship, it'll slow you down in case of thing. I'm wondering if that is going to be suspended for the race, and that you'll be able to push to full throttle whether there's a ship right next to you or not.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
That was my presumption.
Give you that little feeling of danger.
Yeah. Danger zone! From Zoda's Dream. Do you think the race module will be open to all players for $5 or 4 alpha backers only? Alpha packers.
It'll be open
Alpha
to
packs.
anybody who has Arena Commander. It's not its own module.
Yeah. So
It's just
in that
different
case,
mode,
if you don't already have AC, it'll cost you the $5 for the pass.
Yeah.
From Cyberwolf. How long before Disney's lawyers sure CR, I think he meant sue, CR for stealing pod racing on Bespin / Sky City idea? Now, this is what I call pod racing. Yippee!
I guess I didn't even see that question, and I just got through mentioning I'd like to see it more like that.
You want to see Chris Roberts get sued?
No. I was saying that I just got through saying that I wanted to see, be more like pod racing, and
Domo just wants to play the Star Citizen or the Star Wars mod. And he's gonna have his own private Star Wars server.
With
you're gonna be able to
lightsabers.
do that. That's gonna happen. Yeah,
Right in
that'll
Yoda.
happen in Star Wars one. And you'll have
Pretty
planets
sick.
that'll be like Dagobah or planets like the Ewok.
Oh.
no
thing.
Ewoks or Gungans. I want a Gungan mounted on the front of my ship.
the Gungan head.
No Ewoks.
No Ewoks. They were the
Ewoks
first
were like
step.
the
No,
best things.
Ewoks were the first step in the insanity that is George Lucas. Yeah, at that point, you could tell he was slipping away from reality, and it was getting bad at that point. Mini Chewbacca's that were too cute for their own good. Sorry.
I don't think it's so much slipping away as that's when people started to give him more and more artistic license,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when he started to do what he wanted
Yeah.
to do, which is
People
the problem.
stopped saying, "No, George, no,
No, exactly.
No.
They didn't stop.
no."
They didn't stop. They just started getting fired anytime they told him no.
Yeah, true.
Right.
True.
You're out of here.
So
Sorry.
true.
Yeah.
So true.
I want a Wampa. I really.
Oh, Wampas would be nice.
That'd be cool.
They are hung like bears. Anyway.
Wait, you can't use that thing because you told me that bears are not very well hung. I have not been looking, but
It's true.
No, he's saying they're hung like the size of a bear.
Of a bear, yeah, not the. Not,
Oh.
yeah. That's why Luke was hanging upside down for so long. It was making all the blood rush to his face. It was warming up. Never mind. From some person, which I forgot. Oh, it's
Kin Shadow.
no, it's Frankie.
Oh, Frankie. Yeah, this question confused me here. I just read it.
How fucked do you think that next CIG stream will be?
I would say
Super fucked.
around a 10 or 11 fucked, I think.
Oh yeah, I honestly, Frankie, I really hope that they will come through this time.
Never.
Pull
They
out all
should-
the stops and try to get that working. But I'm sorry, it's gonna be fucked.
Never since the beginning of Star Citizen ever being streamed on the internets have they ever done a good live stream.
A proper fuck.
A proper fucked.
A proper fuck.
From Kin Shadow. Did you guys buy the Connie model?
No.
No.
That was a good
Like
Kin
voice?
Shadow. It sounded just like him.
Oh.
No, I did not buy one.
Yes,
Or will I?
we know, Clifford.
Yeah, I got the $99
I
one.
can't
First-
help it. It's a
first batch.
fucking addiction I got.
It is an addiction. Clifford's like, I bought 4. I got one for each corner of my paper just so it doesn't move when I'm reading it.
No,
How
I,
many
got,
you
I
got,
definitely got one reserved for Domo. If you want one Domo, I got one reserved for you.
Oh.
I know someone who actually melted a Connie to
To
buy
get the model?
the Connie.
That's weird.
There's some Inception level shit going on right
Yeah, yeah, melting a Connie to buy a
To
Connie.
bring it into the real world.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. Live.
Basically, theoretically, I have 4, and then the one that came with the package. But
So he has one for each corner of the paper and one for the middle. So that we will not blow away
So you
in the
can't
wind.
see anything.
One for him to go.
It's not going anywhere.
I'll have to somehow like sit in the middle and have the Connies like surrounded me, like they're facing me, and then take a picture. Get my wife to take a picture.
That's awesome.
I just want somebody to 3D print me a full-size one.
Yeah, it could be done.
You can easily do it.
Yeah.
Well, they did show that new 3D printer that does the concrete.
Right, yeah, that's what I was talking about a while ago when I was really big into 3D printers, and you probably didn't, but I was saying that at some point in the future, you'll be able to print buildings, because it just has to pour the concrete out up the top. Just keep going around and print the building out.
That's how it works in Star Citizen.
So they were actually talking about doing that on like Mars, like sending those things to Mars to print.
That's what they're working on.
Yeah, print buildings in Mars.
Yeah, with the lore in Star Citizen. I think it was in the Selfland article, I think.
Oh, really?
Or it
I
might
didn't
have been
read that.
in that issue of Jump Point, where, basically the ship comes in and it lands or whatever, and it 3D prints your hangar. You tell it how you want it configured, and it 3D prints it.
That's so killer.
Sweet.
Okay, from Cyberwolf. How many minutes late / screwed up will tomorrow's CIG Twitch live stream be? CIG streaming, given CIG's streaming history being what it is.
God, I'm not reading these questions ahead of time. I probably should, because that sounds a bit pedantic.
They'll be late. They'll probably be a little bit late as well. Now that I think about it.
Late and broken. The video's going to come out upside down and backwards.
I'd be disappointed that Wingman won't be breaking the ice.
He will be in the back with some scotch.
Yeah.
As usual.
As usual.
From ZodaStream. Do you think Arena Commander will... I'm just doing this.
Yes, I see the emphasis on
the...
be available for players to use while cruising in space, much like watching a movie while driving.
That's dangerous.
Well, it's linked to your helmet, so which is the maybe I would think.
Probably. And then if you get attacked, it just boots you out.
You set your autopilot and just jump into Arena Commander, and you wind up, facing off against this guy that you've been trying to kill for 2 or 3 years, and you finally got him pinned down, and somebody comes in and approaches your ship and shoots it, and it knocks you out of Arena Commander right as you're about to take the shot. No!
And then he hails you, and you're like, "What?" It's like, do you know the way to Vega?
You got any sugar?
That way!
You know what I would do? I would probably be flying my freelancer to deliver some cargo, and then jump in Arena Commander and fly my freelancer to deliver some cargo.
That would be in crazy Inception shit. What if you were flying in a space race, and then while you're doing that, you're playing Arena Commander flying a space race?
My question is, how do you explain the loading screens in lore? Because you've got your helmet on, you're being attacked by pirates, and you're sitting there panicking, like, hitting the side of your helmet, like, load! I can't see! Like, what is that going to be?
It's like that cartoon, the anime movie show thing. What's it?
Sword Art?
Yeah, Sword Art Online, yeah.
It's Sword Art Online.
Like you're permanently attached to it and it's built into your brain.
I don't like thinking about that.
There's probably reasons like that Chris Roberts already said that's never going to happen. You can only do it while you're docked.
Oh, okay. So Bod had the answer the whole time. He let us go off on this crazy speculative rant, and he's like, no, ain't going to happen. Chris Roberts said no.
Yeah. He said no.
Thanks, Bod, for shooting our ideas down.
Yeah, Bod.
Thanks, Bod.
Thanks for being the voice of reality and shit. What?
I do like the idea of being in the Murray Cup, playing in the Murray Cup because what you guys were talking about earlier about picking up, shells and mushrooms and stuff. I can see somebody flying in the Murray Cup and they're like, God damn it, if I just had one of those blue shells, I'd be able to win this fucking race. So he fires up Arena Commander and just gets it, From Black Eagle Ops. If any recall the old X-Wing / TIE Fighter trainer missions, had course and...
I get. Just go on.
Just go.
You can fix it.
Go
You can fix it.
course and along had turrets and obstacles. Statement, not a question. Here's the question, though. Would you like to see this or Death Race style races, courses in Star Citizen?
That would be fun. I think it'd be fun.
The guys in TeamSpeak have talked a little bit about that, like what kind of different modes they could explore and a lot of us were like keen for one where it's a race, but it's more like an illegal street race, where you end up having to fly down on the surface of the planet and you're flying between buildings and having to avoid traffic and stuff like that.
So killer.
And possibly even the UE patrols might catch on to it.
That's awesome.
Now you got cops chasing. Need for Speed in space.
I know. I was going to say Need for Speedy, but you know, if it's going to be, if they're going to have any kind of, you know, racy type simulations in it, it's just a possibility. It would be cool.
Not?
I don't know about turrets and stuff though.
Well, what if you're flying close to the? We could get around the buildings, and those buildings all hit turrets on them. They could start shooting at you. Or I got it.
It's like a tower defense game.
That's exactly.
That's a good idea too.
Like one team of players is actually flying in the maze, and then the other team is making towers. And
are you drinking moonshine? Are you drinking moonshine up there?
What?
Oh, what is it? Vodka?
Looks like
Everclear.
Stolichnaya?
I was going to say it looks like
Stolichnaya.
Vodka.
What is yes?
Vodka.
It's great.
In
you know,
Soviet
when
Russia,
Tank doesn't-
Jar drinks you. What are those? What are those raiders in Star Wars? What are those?
Tuscans?
Tuscan Raiders. Yes. So that Tuscan Raiders sitting on top of each one of those buildings, shooting at you as you're flying by.
Every time.
Craziness.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
actually, you guys are laughing, but people say this is our best Q&A session we've ever had. So
clearly, this must be someone who just arrived.
I guess this is the very first time watching. Okay.
No basis for comparison.
That's it.
From Cyberwolf, do you think the racetrack mode will be released tomorrow night, or will we have to wait a while?
We'll have to wait.
Next couple days.
0.9.
No.
2 weeks max.
2 weeks, you think?
No, max.
I jumped the shark. Oh my god.
2 weeks max?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a week smack. 2 weeks. Never mind.
I
From
got it.
Zoda's Dream. Yeah. From Zoda's Dream. Will you be able to have a huge galaxy map in your ship in first person? Not by pressing M or something like that, but an actual module.
They have shown that on the Idris. There is one that they showed like a big holo deal with the map and everything. They've shown that in concepts.
I don't think it'll be on. You might be able to buy something for your, like a Connie or something like that, to have as part of like the, like instead of a disco ball, you have one of those in the luxury Connie. But
Yeah. If your ship had a specific cartographer room or something like that, then most definitely you could. I know a couple of the next great starship ships had their own designated, like, holo map type deal.
The Carrack. The Carrack will probably have one of them on there whenever we see the Carrack. Who knows when that's going to be.
If it was deemed an essential sort of system for that ship's purpose, I could see them, like maybe even the Banu Merchantman. I could see them, you know, having a complete reason for having a holo star map in there. Well, Frankie.
Frankie the Frog.
But yeah, so that would be a completely feasible option. I don't expect to see it in something like a 300 series, maybe not even a Connie. Maybe in the exploration model, possibly.
Bonjour, Frankie.
Maybe if it's deemed specifically important to that type of ship, then I can see that.
Yeah, I agree.
But you're loving it.
I'm fucking crying over here.
Melly.
See, I saw that, and I misread the wine label. I didn't read the French suck. What I saw was le French fuck.
I saw French fuck. I said the French fuck. That's what I saw too, Trinity. But it is the French suck.
You cheese-eating surrender monkey. Yeah, you got to say that in a Scottish voice, don't you? Okay. Your blouse wearing poodle walker. Yeah.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Shall I continue and you guys can catch up? And
Yes.
Please continue.
From Cyberwolf. the hell are you doing, God? From Cyrewolf. Since What the Fluff already answered my question, everybody take What the Fluff! Will the racing mode come with only one track or more than one? Than.
He's doing it to troll you now, man. He's just doing it.
They'll probably start out with one.
Yeah.
I hope that they have more maps, though, in general. Like, outside of the Broken Moon and Dying Star. But, for the racing thing, they'll probably have one that they have ready right now. And maybe another one on its way.
Yeah, I would like one definitely with space and something involving maybe some asteroids that you got to go around.
Through?
Through, yeah.
That'd be cool.
Maybe with some seismic charges that you can somehow hear in space.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
In the theater, oh my God. I love that sound. So.
It was cool, right?
Jizzworthy.
Yeah, very much. Made no sense at all.
Not at all.
God, it was cool.
Do you think that Elite Dangerous took a few liberties there with the sounds for, like, at least the Sidewinder does sound a lot like it's got that Star Warsy, the modulated, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. It's my opinion.
Maybe it's something that everybody can identify with and readily, But from Cyber 74, since CIG is selling models of ships now, which should have a comma right there.
Oh,
what ship model would you like to see?
Bangle. Honestly, Bangle.
That would be expensive.
In scale with the Connie?
That's expensive. That'd be like 5 feet long.
That may be a little too long. Maybe like 12 and maybe like.
What's the model in Chris Roberts' office behind him in the glass case?
Oh,
that's from the movie, Wing Commander movie.
Wing Commander movie. It's
one of the props. I forget
the cat dude.
Yeah, the Kilrathi.
Thank you, Kilrathi. Fuck, I've been trying to remember that name for 2 days.
I'm surprised that's not tattooed on your arm or something. Because didn't you find that Kilrathi kind of like up your alley?
I'm a top. But,
speaking of which, Wing Commander 3 is available right now for free. If you want it
on Origin,
which comes with Mark Hamill. Origin, you got to use Origin
on your friends, your family.
The video game. I thought you meant the movie. I want to see the movie.
No, Wing Commander 3 is available on Origin free.
Zero money. Yep.
Zero of the monies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but it is a Kilrathi ship.
Guess what model I'd want? Wild guess.
An Aurora.
Miranda Kerr?
Cutlass?
Yeah, see, Clifford knows.
Cutlass?
Oh.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Pretty sick.
What I would like to see, if they do any further models, and it would be not as expensive as like the metal one, come out with ones like the Gundam models, like something you can actually put together and stuff.
That would be good.
Or come out with a Lego set.
I would like to
that's
see
already in the works, though.
Like Gundam. Yeah. Or like a ship set like Voltron, where it's like different ships that like can fly separate, but then they come together to become one super ship.
But I would like to see something like that, because it wouldn't really cost. I mean, the venture, the pieces of the mold development, but then after that, once they have it, the plastic pieces would be a lot cheaper that way. And you snap them together. I think it would be kind of cool to have.
I'd kind of like to see the boom sling from the Next Great Starship. I know it didn't win, but that'd be, it's like a gunship, so that'd be kind of cool as a model.
That was the one that had the big thing sticking off the top.
Yeah.
Looks like a helicopter.
The Javelin.
Yeah.
If it came out in diecast, I think I wouldn't mind one of the freelancers. I'd have a hard time choosing which one specifically, but only if it was in diecast, so that metal finish look was legit metal. If it was just a plastic model, I'd probably go for something that looked a little flashier, like maybe a little M50 would be cool.
The Starbearer.
Like if high detailed M50 would be cool.
There's a question that Cyberwolf just asked just now, which is really relevant. I don't want to talk about it later, so why don't we just ask it right now so that we can... The question was, is Wing Commander 3 free on Origin? EA's crappy attempt to gauge interest in bringing back Wing Commander as a series, and therefore piggybacking on the success of Star Citizen. What do you think, Trindane? You used to work there.
I would be surprised. I would not be surprised.
Yeah. I was typing, and I can't do intake and output at the same time.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Really? The question is Wing Commander 3 free on Origin? EA's crappy attempt to gauge interest in bringing back Wing Commander as a series, and therefore piggybacking on the success of Star Citizen.
Because I don't the first Wing Commander game, right, that they brought back for free. There's been a couple recently, hasn't there?
Yeah, on Good Old Games.
Oh, Good Old Games, but that's different.
I don't think that anyone at EA thinks that far ahead, and I don't think that. Well, there are people who do, but they are never listened to, and I don't think that Chris Roberts is fool enough to get into bed with EA.
Well, wasn't Wing Commander 3? I don't know about the other ones, but it was specifically done under
EA. They own
EA, wasn't it?
Right.
I got the game back here. I can look.
The other one's for Origin, right?
The download is through Origin.
No. The company Origin.
The company Origin, the
Wing
publisher.
Commander 3?
Well, who made that one?
Right?
Yeah.
Have
you ever played it, Trindane?
No, I've never played anything.
Give me a second.
I think you would really dig it. It's got Mark Hamill, John Rhys Davies in it. It's got Roddy McDowell. Great acting all the way through. And they got the Kilrathi.
Michael Ironside's in it.
What's that?
I think Michael Ironside is
in it.
He might
be, yeah.
We had a big poster at EA
Origin.
That was signed by all the actors.
Right.
At the thing, and it was just sitting on the floor, leaning up against somebody's cubicle wall.
Might be something fun for you to stream as well. I don't know. Check it out. It's free, right? What's the heck?
Yeah, but it's Origin.
I know. It just says Origin Interactive.
Hell, then get it on Good Old Games for $5.
That's Chris Roberts' thing.
Yeah.
No, get it on. If you get it, guys, just I'd pay for it and get it on Good Old Games. Don't get Origin. If you can avoid selling Origin on your computer, please do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you already have it, like a lot of us do, it's too late now. You may as well. In for a penny, in for a pound.
Right. You're already infected with the Origin virus.
Yeah, I'm already.
I wish I knew somebody who worked on that, because I would let him have a piece of my mind.
That would be Trindane, right?
There he is, right there.
Who still works for the company. But.
The funniest thing about that, I guess it was like earlier this week on LinkedIn, I got a kind of a congratulatory message on LinkedIn from one of the ladies who works at EA congratulating me on 2 years at EA. And I'm like, I haven't worked there in 2 years. What the hell are you talking about? And I'm just like, what?
LinkedIn sucks.
Either update your files to indicate that I don't work there, or
stop paying me.
Give me the 2 years worth of wages you haven't paid me yet, because that would be awesome.
That'd be hilarious. Like, well, I've been working there for 2 years now, and I still haven't seen a paycheck yet.
Maybe like the red stapler guy in Office Space.
Yeah. Stapler.
Yep, stapler.
Set fire to the building.
Yeah,
okay, from Gatelord. You think we can move the fish tank to new rooms? I don't like the tank in the hangar.
Maybe. I think they said some stuff.
I think we'll be able to move those things around, because right now, if you look at where the cot is, like the hangars are going to look different anyways. But if you I have the cot as well, and it's just like in the middle on upstairs, like in between the rotating piratey dude and the fish tank. So I'm sure you'll be able to move that stuff around.
Well, I don't know if you'll be able to physically place it yourself, like choose where it goes, but I know Chris Roberts did say that when the room modules for the hangars were put in, there would be like a designated living space where all of your stuff would be, like your fish tank and your trophy cabinet and stuff like that. So there'll be a designated area for those things. So they're not just going to be out willy-nilly in the middle of the
But
hangar.
also, looking at some of the planet side stuff that they showed before with the stores, right, with furniture and all that stuff, that it makes me lead to believe, and being as everything is all PBR, that sure, why wouldn't you be able to place it anywhere where it fits?
Maybe.
It wouldn't be that difficult to do. You do it with your Mobi-Glass, and then it's like, this is where it moves it to. Something. I don't know.
But definitely there'll be a room specifically designed for all that stuff to start with anyway, at least.
All right, guys, we have to go into speed round.
I was
Okay.
going to say that exact. I think somebody's fan fell over elsewhere in the house. Yeah, so speed round. From Cyberwolf. So, how awesome are those hangers? Hangers! From Dark Karma. For Domo. What will you be uploading the last 2 StarCast on YouTube?
They're actually uploaded. I just got to release them. I'm forgetful.
From Jiru Singh. Are you going to call the hangers by name, or are you going to continue to call it by its what?
I like to call this one Betty.
I think
because she's big.
He means by the manufacturer or by business. That's I do what I want. How about that?
I thought it meant like Pokemon.
This isn't Tony Danza game. You're not the boss of me.
WTFosaurus is slightly drunk now. He's like up there sipping away on that vodka like crazy. I love it. Fucking call it what I want.
Last night.
Yeah.
Actually, I was there this
Well,
morning.
you can tell because he's getting redder and redder and redder.
Well, his eyes are only this big.
It's just really hot here.
Yeah. Canada, what are you talking about? It's like a fucking... Right when you cross the border, it's a solid wall, like in Game of Thrones.
Just ice.
Yeah. Go ahead, sorry.
From... also from Jerusalem. No, it's not. Never mind. From Cyberwolf. When purchasing items on a planet or station, will we be able to get out on foot and buy the items in person, but after a while that may get old? Would you like a quick buy /sell/trade Mobi-Glass option to save time?
I love Cyberwolf. I see what he's getting at. Is this going to look like Elite Dangerous or Eve? You know, like we were buying things on a spreadsheet. What do you guys think?
I think that you can probably do both. Like, I think for some seedier deals, you might have to get out onto the planet and actually physically go and do the deal in person. But if it's like some legit whatever deal, you can just do it over.
Order it online
Mobi-Glass.
on your Mobi-Glass.
That's what
But at the same time, they want to sort of keep that immersion in there, right? That's what they're all about. They're all about that immersion. So...
Yeah,
that's kind of what I was thinking, is that, you know, before you get to the station or the planet or the whatever, you basically contact them ahead of time, say, I want to buy this, and this. Can you have it at the pad when I land, ready to load? And then you just land, it goes onto your ship, you take off and go. But I personally would rather get out and go around and do the stuff. And I looked right into the lamp when I did that.
Cyberwolf, he's drinking vodka, not dropping acid. All right, so... we got to scoot right along, guys. We only got like 5 more minutes, so try to make them quick.
Okay. In the Arena Commanders FPS, what style of FPS would you like? Counter-Strike, Call of Duty, Rainbow Six, XCOM?
Arma.
Yeah, Arma.
Yeah, Arma would be good.
Okay. Also from Cyberwolf74. So, weapons or no weapons in the racing module, a la Mario Kart Red and Blue Shell?
We already answered that one, I think.
Yes,
answered. From also Cyberwolf. So, atmospheric racing. How do we slow down at the finish line? Parachute?
Just overshoot it.
You don't have to slow down. Why would you slow down at the finish line?
You cross it and just you fly up in space, or just... You got lots
That's
of
what I was
room.
gonna
It's
say.
air.
Just pull up and go.
Yeah, like they do the Red Bull Racing.
Yeah, they don't stop the planes at the Red Bull Racing. Yeah.
How do fighter jets stop? They land.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
The end.
From
Marcelosios?
From Mars.
Mars.
I think it's Lositios. But anyway, is CIG watching this stream?
Yes.
They do.
Actually, I just got a message from Pedro saying he's composing and watching right now.
Oh,
I love you, Pedro.
We love you, Pedro. We want you back sometime soon, Pedro.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what he was responding to my message of.
And this
I
time,
would love
can
to see
he?
him back on
Yeah,
here.
could he come back on for the whole show? Because last time we only had him for half the show. So
Yeah.
Well, we
And
didn't know
he
if
says,
wanted
I
to-
will quote
right.
him word
Yeah.
for word. It will be my pleasure. Actually, I am watching Geekdomo right now while composing. Smiley face.
Aw.
he stalks us.
He is such the sweetest guy. He actually took the time to wish me happy birthday on Skype. I'm like, what the fuck?
Right, I get those
That's
messages all the
awesome.
time, and nobody
I'm
ever.
like-
I never wish anybody birthdays. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, man, he's a bro. He's a true bro.
Yeah.
Yes.
From Zoda's Dream. Never mind. Okay.
Okay.
From,
Okay.
it says NVM at the beginning of there's a whole question, there's no question mark, but there's a whole statement after that. PMC, not the word I was looking for, but blah, 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 blah. But he started with never mind, so never mind.
Okay.
Also from Zoda's Dream.
Here's the question. That's funny.
Will ships have an onboard FMC, much like you would see in a modern aeroplane, like a Boeing 747 or Boeing 77? Well, basically all modern planes.
Yes. Flight
Yes.
control module.
Thank you. I was wondering.
I was
what
wondering
that
what FMC was. I thought it had something to do with noodles. Yeah,
yes.
I'm not sure.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so any kind of of course you have. I mean, that's flight management. That's the entire system, right? That's
Yeah.
what you can toggle on in Newtonian mode or off into Newtonian mode.
Yeah, I mean, because Coach Robert stated several times that you could be able to do cyber warfare against maybe deactivating it or taking it out.
From Angra, will I be able to put the quad engines off the max on my DUR and retain long-range fuel cells?
Probably not.
Nope.
That'd be
Probably
killer, though,
different
right?
hulls.
Yeah.
Different holes.
From Zoda's Dream, will you have a proper health system in Star Citizen? We don't even have one in America.
Right.
Sorry. Mental
As in-
issues, brain damage, and alike. Yeah, it'd probably be plenty of brain damage.
I think he means maybe closer to like not hit points. Like if you get shot in the head, you're dead, kind of thing. And yes,
Or
that's
maybe
what
like the
Chris
screen starts getting blurry when you get really low health, sort of like they do in like other games. Like a
I don't
pink
think they'll have
edge.
mental problems. I mean, people will have mental problems and play the game.
Most of us have mental problems
They
that
won't
play
need
these
to get
games.
shot for that.
I'm
They'll
pretty
be able to do it.
You become an alcoholic in game. My wife left me.
13-year-old
little bar.
Racist
pretty-
children.
Well, I'm pretty sure they'll follow along the same line since it is the Crisis engine, like Crisis. They'll probably kind of model a little bit the health, kind of like from that.
From Zoda's Dream, will the man himself be on this shower?
That's for me to know and you to find out.
From
I
Dylan.
did. Well, I did ask him once. He said he would like to do it at some point, but
He's very busy.
a little bit busy. What?
He's a busy man.
You showed that frog. I just saw it.
Yeah.
From Zoda's sorry. From Dilek, did you guys know that custom keybinds will be available? Yes.
Yes, we have.
Do you think they will release in 2 weeks? Asked and answered. And finally, from Cyberwool, what the Fluffosaurus? What kind of spider is that behind you?
It's probably Black Widow. We have a lot of those here.
Cool.
All right, we did it.
Once we finished all of our questions.
Wow! Yay!
It's fine.
All right, so let's go around the room and say where we're from, what we do, all that stuff, and get out of here.
Yep.
WTF, you're up.
Okay, what the fuckosaurus on Twitter and Twitch. And I guess there's a thing that we found out about today because of Clifford. So
Follow.
yeah, follow me.
Follow him.
Do it, and you could get a free dancer.
I will follow him
Wherever he
Yes.
goes.
Holly.
What we're talking about real quick, if you don't know, is Clifford is doing an amazing thing for Mr. WTFosaurus. He's going to give out a Freelancer Max if Mr. WTF gets 1,000 new followers by next StarCast. Oop, we just lost Harris. All right, well let's go to Clifford then. Clifford, what's going on with you?
Okay, on Twitch it's Clifford _ aka _ Miku. On YouTube it's Clifford _ Miku. On Twitter it's the same thing, Clifford _ Miku. And I'm part of the Dome Tribe.
All All right.
All hail ye tribe.
Yeah.
All hail.
Uber tribe.
A big supporter of the bearded warriors.
Yes, you are. You're like an athletic supporter, but better.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Mr. Bod.
Pod699 everywhere. Playing a lot of random crap. Started playing Risen Free yesterday. I'm going to be playing some more.
I was watching you play that last night. It looks pretty good.
Sausage.
Yeah, I'm going to start soon. On Twitter on here, I'll be starting some more.
Cool. He's known as the sausage, everybody.
Don't know.
For very good reasons.
Do not ask me why. Ask StarCast.
Because he's just badass that way.
Yeah, sausages are badass. Okay. Perfect nerd.
You can find me at Twitter, Perfect Nerd. You can find me on Twitch at Perfect_Nerd. And while you're at it, why don't you just go ahead and subscribe to all of us bearded warriors? It'd be, you can do.
Who's the drunk one now?
More like sleepy. But yes, bit.ly/beardwar. You can just follow us. Be lovely. Like I said last week, I'm probably not going to be streaming for a little while. Crazy busy right now. But definitely watch everybody else. Oh, real quick, piece of information for you guys related to something we were looking up earlier. Wing Commander 4 was published by EA.
Okay.
And I think they acquired the rights to all of the Wing Commanders
when they bought Origin.
Okay. Also, really cool, there was a Wing Commander Prophecy. Wing Commander Prophecy was actually released for the Game Boy Advance in 2003. Which I think is kind of interesting.
Don't have
and
it
weird.
Yep. StarCast.
Yes.
You're posing over there. You're up, sir.
I know. Oh, sorry, my turn.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you could see below.
Perfect, Trending. That's perfect.
I'm Sergeant Stackers. Sergeant Stackers on Twitter at Sergeant Stackers. Sergeant Stackers here on Twitch. You can find me currently rolling around and writhing in joy amongst Bod sausages. I am also underneath Trendane's bed amongst all of his socks. Yeah, I'll be around and in a pantry close to you soon.
Pedro is permanently banned. Who banned Pedro?
No.
It says he can't. He's trying to talk in our chat, and it says you're permanently banned.
Me.
All right, hold on. Let me go see if I can fix that. Why the hell?
He's done. Tell him to. If you can read this, Pedro, you can type now. I've unbanned you.
You unbanned him? Okay.
I don't know how it happened, but you've been unbanned.
No, don't ban Pedro.
We love Pedro.
No, don't do this.
Pedro, try to say words in whatever language you'd like. Yeah.
Type things. Type stuff. Compose us.
Yeah, compose us a tune. Mr. Trendane.
What
have you been up to lately?
Aside from being drunk and almost missing my own stream this morning, basically I am Trendane everywhere.
Yay, he's there.
Oh,
yay. We see you, Pedro.
I am a professional voice actor who would love to get paid.
Speaking of which, voice attack, voice module.
Yes.
What is the hold up there? What's happening?
It's on its way.